Hi, I'm Robin Retallick of the Law of Attraction Club, and this short video, about 10 minutes, is Tara talking about firstly who you are and what this game of life is all about, but then getting into some tips and techniques, some ways of applying what you know and making changes in your life, because after all that's where the rubber meets the road, is it not? It turns out it's all about intervening. We all have a sort of status quo, business as usual. One thought just follows another, or we react automatically to things that are happening external to us. It's all about intervening in that, stepping into that process and choosing different things. And then making a habit of it, changing thought habits. And when you do that, your life changes. Here's Tara. Before we turn our focus here to some techniques that can help you, let's review who you are and how you can change your world. It's a good place to start because it helps if you have a context for all of this and understand what's actually going on. The foundation beneath any technique of conscious creation is knowing how things work and the nature of the reality that seems to be your world. So who are you? You are a part of the consciousness that is Source, or God, or all that is, or the universe. You are a component of Source, like a colour is a component of white light. What defines you is your intentions, and your intention in this version of you is to experience this game of life on Earth. What is obvious to you is that you are playing it, so obvious perhaps that it doesn't seem like a game, it seems real. What is not so obvious, what you often forget, is that you are not just playing it, you are creating it. You are creating your world unique to you, moment by moment. And not just a piece of it, all of it, including those others out there. So how are you creating it? Well, by law of attraction, everything that flows into your experience is a match to your vibration. Your vibrational point of attraction is defined by your expectations, both conscious and subconscious. You can choose what to think about, your conscious thoughts. You can choose what to believe. By what you have chosen to believe in your past, you have trained your subconscious into expectations. You can choose to override those expectations, and/or you can consistently choose new beliefs and thereby retrain your subconscious. Conscious always trumps subconscious. How long does it take to create what you want? When your conscious and subconscious expectations are in sync, you are in alignment, and manifestation is immediate. For example, when you awoke this morning, you created your world around you, instantly. And now as you experience life, with all the variability you have chosen to allow, new desires are generated. On any particular subject, you can choose what to believe. Then you can practice that belief into a certainty. When you have reached the point when your positive expectations on that subject are stronger than any contrary doubts or fears, then your reality changes to match that new point of attraction. In these 3 short paragraphs we have given you the foundation. You may have many questions that arise from those, and we will go into much more detail on all of that at other times as those questions come up. But while understanding the nature of things, of course, is a wonderful place to start, it is only part of the story. What you then want to be able to do is to take that understanding and begin to consciously create what you want. And so now we come to tips and techniques and processes that will help. Let us explain firstly here that no matter what these particular processes are, they are all about 2 things: intervention and habits. Remember above we said you can choose what to think, but do you? Conscious creation is all about interrupting that business as usual flow of your daily thoughts, which is either one thought just follows another, or an automatic reaction to something external. Also, these processes are all about changing habits of thought. How did your subconscious learn its habits? By choices you made and by repetition. New habits also take a little practice. So these techniques we are about to describe are ways that you can intervene. And the purpose of all of them is to help you establish some new habits. There is nothing sacred or rigid about any of them. Don't ever let anyone try to convince you that there are certain ways you should do things. There are no rules to any of this except those you choose to believe in. There is no one size fits everybody, and some processes will work better than others for you at different times. Simply pick those that feel good and change them in any way that suits you. The important thing is that you decide to start to intervene. And always, always, prepave that this is going to be easy and fun, and it will be both. We will go into all of these at length, but for now let us give you a short description of some of them. And since we have mentioned it already, let's start with prepaving. This is taking the time to think about what is coming up in your next hour, or your day, or your week. As you do, notice what you expect. See where it is that your expectations are out of line with what you want. Then allow yourself to expect differently. See each segment of your day going as you want it to. Recognize that by your thoughts, you are creating it. Place your hands upon the wheel and steer in the direction you want to go. Meditation. This can mean many different things. It can be stopping all thought. Yes, you can if you practice it. It can be as simple as choosing to turn off the mind chatter and focusing on something joyful. It can be listening to a guided meditation. It's all about getting to a place of peace. Letting go. Whenever you're feeling negative, this 5-step process is very useful. Step 1. Welcome that negative feeling into your conscious thought. Step 2. Recognize the lie that sits beneath it, that you are not in control. Step 3. Simply let it go. Release it. Step 4. Give yourself a pat on the back. This is the work. Step 5. See yourself in a world without that lie. Step through that door. Be in it. The prosperity game. There are many versions of this. For example, imagine you have a guaranteed income for life of $1 million a month. And there's a matching fund for you to spend on others. But you can spend none of that until you've spent the first million on yourself. Imagine life like that. Get past the pay off the debts place. Put yourself out a year. How are you living? What does it feel like? Be there. What if up? Instead of spending time on what could go wrong, what if down, spend time on what could go right. What could go more than right? What could go fabulously right? Put yourself in the place where you can start to see those doors that are right in front of you, but up to now have been invisible. The universe has millions of ways of bringing to you what you want. Of course, how is not your job, but a little imagining of delicious serendipity is a fun way to prepave. Touchstones. Think back on occasions in your past when things went well, when you had an unqualified good time, when you felt really good. These are things that bring a smile to your heart. Collect these treasures and put them in your pocket. Get them out whenever you need them and treasure them all over again. A rampage of appreciation. Always a good standby. Spend time focusing on things you appreciate, about you, about your world, about other people. Simple things, mundane and ordinary things, special things, delightful things. Even on subjects that are not delightful, there are always some things to appreciate. You cannot spend time doing this without raising your vibration, and that means that you cannot spend time appreciating without creating more in your life to appreciate. There are hundreds more processes, of course, but they are all variations on the themes of the above examples. It doesn't matter which you pick. Try them all. What's important is that you begin. What's important is that you get one or two of them into your daily routine. What's important is that you establish a new pattern of intervening in your default thought stream. And as you intervene, so your world will change. It is law. So that's it. It's all about intervening in that business as usual stream of thought that we all have, and then making a habit of it, getting it into your bones and learning how to make some changes thereby in what happens in your life. Of course, in that short video we've only hit the high points. If you'd like to be kept aware of the videos we're producing, then if you subscribe to our channel, we'll keep you up to date. And secondly, if you'd like to join our community, click the link in the description. We have Q&A calls every week, we have programs, we have all sorts of things, and a lot of resources you can take advantage of. And we'd love to have you with us. Thanks.